Hello everyone. So far we have studied the concept of all the types of mean. So in this session let me start with the new concept called standard deviation. Standard deviation. And it is one of the important concept. Definitely you will get one 5-mark question here. So important concept this one, standard deviation. So in calculating the mean or average of a given data, there will be some deviation or dispersion of a data. So if you're finding a mean of particular data, there will be variations in a mean. So in such cases, deviation will be useful for us to find an accurate value rather than a mean. So standard deviation is none other than, it is square root of, just listen to me, it is the square root of a square of a deviations from the arithmetic mean. Or it can be defined as, see here, it is the sum is none other than sigma. So while writing the formula itself, you can remember the definition. See here, it is the sum in the sense sigma, sum of squares of deviation. Squares of D is deviation. It is the sum of squares of deviation divided by total number of elements given. I'm repeating once again. Standard deviation is, it is the sum of squares of deviation divided by total number of element, or it is the square root of that. So it is denoted by sigma. Remember, standard deviation is denoted by sigma. So it is defined as square root of, first you have to define with square root. So standard deviation is square root of sum of squares of deviations divided by total number of data or elements given. It is the square root of sum of squares of deviation divided by total number of elements given. Fine. Anyhow, it is denoted by sigma. So unlike we use two methods. That is, first let me discuss about ungrouped data. So as I already told you, ungrouped data in the sense we can say this as individual series where only we have x values are given, right? So when only x values are given, we have three methods to find ungrouped data. Three method in the sense, mainly there are two methods, that is actual mean and assumed mean method we say. Actual mean method and assumed mean method. So in actual mean method, we have only one method, that is actual mean in the sense we can also sometimes we can call this as our direct method also we can say. Direct method. Whereas in assumed mean method, we have two types. First one is shortcut method and second one is step deviation method. Step deviation method. Don't get confusion with all these methods. I am just repeating it. So for a calculation of standard deviation of ungrouped data, mainly you have two methods, actual mean method or direct method, and assumed mean method. So both the methods are same. So this is assumed mean method, two methods. Again in assumed mean method, we have two methods, that is shortcut and step deviation. So instead of writing all the formulas there only, so I have listed here. You just go through this. Anyhow, I have sent the notes of the same in a group. See here, for ungrouped data we can also say it is individual series. Fine. So actual mean method, we use the formula actual mean method is same as direct method. So that is the reason I have made it in a single column so that you can understand very well. Fine. So sigma is given by, standard deviation is given by square root of sigma d square by n. So as we already calculated, we are going to calculate, remember, in calculating actual mean method, so actual mean, so we are calculating the deviation with reference to mean. Mean is represented by x bar. So d can be calculated by using x minus x bar, where x bar is a mean given by sigma x by n. Further, in assumed mean method, we have two methods, that is shortcut method and step deviation method. So formula is sigma d square by n minus sigma d by n whole square. Remember, it is d square. First you have to calculate d square, then sigma. Here it is sigma d by n whole square. Fine. So here we are going to calculate the standard deviation with reference to A, that is assumed mean. We are going to assume the mean from column X now, so that is the case. So here it is not the case, it is we are going to calculate with reference to mean. Whereas in step deviation method, we use sigma is equal to sigma d dash square by n minus sigma d dash divided by n whole square into H, where A is whatever the terms I have, so I have explained the same. So remember, wherever you have ungrouped data, n will be the total number of elements, so you have to count the element. So this is about a ungrouped data where only x values are given. I'm repeating once again, when only x values are given, we have mainly two methods. Actual mean, it is also same as direct method, and assumed mean. Further, in assumed mean, we have two methods, that is shortcut and step deviation. So in the exam, whichever the method you feel comfortable with, you can do that. So if the method is specified particularly, you have to do it in particular method. So we have in total, so two methods. So assumed mean method, which in turn we have two methods. So totally we have three methods for ungrouped data. Now coming to the grouped data. So for grouped data, we have discrete and continuous series, right? So discrete in the sense where x values and f values are given, but x values are given directly. Whereas in continuous series, x values will be in terms of class intervals. So if that was the case, actual mean can be calculated by using the formula sigma is equal to square root of sigma fd square by n. So where d can be calculated with reference to mean. So wherever actual mean is there, you are going to calculate it with reference to mean, that is x bar. Wherever assumed mean is there, so you are going to calculate with reference to assumed mean a. And the formula for actual mean method of discrete and continuous series will be same, but only thing is changes is here, that is in assumed mean method. Remember in the exam when they asked you to do in the particular method, I mean if the method is specified, you have to do in that particular method only. So this is the formula list, and I'll be sending the same page pic in the group. So you just copy it. After that you can simplify the formulas. Problem. So here is a problem. Clearly it is ungrouped data. Why? Because only x values are given. So we have to calculate the standard deviation for this. First step, we have to write the given data in ascending orders. That is right from the minimum value, that is 9, 11. Next is minimum value is 12. Right. So next minimum value is 14. Next minimum value 15. Next minimum value 17. Next is 20 and 22. So I have written a given values in ascending order. Now go through the formula list I have given. See here, for ungrouped data where individual series, in the sense only x values are given. So only x values are given, right? So we have three methods, actual mean method and assumed mean method. Assumed mean method in the sense you have to do either by shortcut method or step deviation method. But in the exam they will specify the method particularly. If they specified you to ask to solve by using assumed mean method, either you can do it by shortcut method or by step deviation. Now for this particular problem I am going to solve by using all the three methods. So first let me do it by actual mean method. So I'll do it here. First method. Method 1, actual mean method. Fine. So actual mean method, what is the formula you have? See here, I'm going to solve the one problem in all the three methods. So sigma is equal to sigma d square. So I'm going to write the formula here. Sigma is equal to square root of, see here is the formula, I'm just copying it, sigma d square divided by n, where d is equal to, you have to remember all these formulas. I am showing this table just for your reference. See here, actual mean method of ungrouped data, I am writing it x minus x bar, right, where x bar is given by sigma x by n, right. Now let me do. Now x values we have. What else we required is d values. So how can we calculate d? D is given by x minus x bar. Now we need x bar. So to calculate d, I need x minus x bar, but I don't know the value of x bar. X bar in the sense mean value. So to find the mean, I have to add sigma x divided by n. N is the number of data. So you have to count the number of data. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So total n value is 8. Why? Because number of item is 8. Now I have to add sigma x. Sigma x in the sense addition of all these elements. So I'll just write here. Sigma x is none other than, you just add all these values. 9 plus 11 plus 12 plus 14 plus 15 plus 17 plus 20 plus 22. So that will give us 120. So sigma x value is 120. Now I'm going to substitute. X bar is 120 divided by 8. So 120 divided by 8 will be 15. Therefore x bar value is 15. Now we have to subtract x values with 15. That is, I'll just write one step here. X value is 9. So 9 minus x bar is 15. 9 minus 15 you have to do. So let me do here. 9 minus 15 is minus 6. Similarly, you have to do 11 minus 15. It is, sign is also very important. You have to take care of sign. So you will get minus 4 here. Similarly, 12 minus 15. is minus 3, 14 minus 15 is minus 1, 15 minus 15 is 0, 17, so 17 minus 15 is 2, 20 minus 15 is 5, 22 minus 15 is 7. So I have calculated D value. Now what else we required is sigma D square I need. So I have to calculate D square value. D square in the sense whatever you have obtained D, you just square it. So you will get D square. Minus 6 whole square is 36. Minus 4 whole square 16. Minus 3 whole square 9. Minus 1 whole square 1. 0 square is 0. 2 square is 4. 5 square is 25. 7 square is 49. 7 sevens are 49. So D square value I have obtained. Now what else is needed? Sigma D square. Sigma D square in the sense first you have to add all the D values, D square values. So 36 plus 16 plus 9 plus 1 plus 0 plus 4 plus 25 plus 49. So that will give us 140. So I'll write here sigma D square is 140. Now I'll just make a substitution here. Sigma D square. First I have to write square root. Next sigma D square is 140 divided by n is 80. So I'll get sigma is equal to square root of 140 divided by 80 is 17.5. Now I have to find square root symbol is here. So square root of 17.5 gives us sigma as 4.183. Clear? Just a formula and the substitution. So this is the mean obtained, standard deviation obtained from actual mean method. Still we have two more methods, right? So it is shortcut method and step deviation method. For the same problem I'll do both the methods. So let me do the second method. Method 2, I'll do it by assumed mean. So assumed mean is none other than we have two methods, right? Under that first method, that is method 2. I'm going to consider it as method 2 only, so not a problem. I'll consider shortcut method. So you just go through the formula list I have given. So sigma is given by summation D square divided by n minus summation D divided by n whole square, where D is calculated by using the assumed mean, that is D is equal to x minus a. For this problem I am going to do here only. So what are the required data? D square we needed, sigma D square. Anyhow I have calculated sigma D square here, n also I have, but only thing I need is sigma D divided by n the whole square. So everything is calculated in the problem only. So I'll just make a substitution here. See here I am going to do here assumed mean, right? So sigma is equal to square root of sigma D square I need. See here I have calculated sigma D square, but it is not the case. Why? Because D I have calculated by using x minus x bar. But in this case what we need is D should be calculated by x minus a. Here what we have calculated is x minus x bar, so it is entirely different. No, so we have to do it again. So let me write x values again. It is 9, 11, 12, 14, 15, 17, 20, 22. So I have written x values. Now what I have to write is, what is the required data? D. D is given by x minus a. So as I already told you, a is none other than assumed mean, and I have clearly mentioned it in the note. So a should be assumed mean from the column x. So you have to assume the mean from the column x only. So let me assume the mean value. So as I already told you, just leave two values from the bottom and top of the given data. I'll just leave so that when you leave one value, you will get 14 and 15 as the middle values. Among them, let me choose 14. It's your wish. You can choose any of the value. So in this problem, I am going to choose a as 14. So assumed mean is 14. Now subtract 9 minus 14 is minus 5. 11 minus 14 is minus 3. 11 minus 12 minus 2. 14 minus 14 is 0. Next 15 minus 14, 3. 17 minus 14 is 3. Next 20 minus 14, 6. 22 minus 14 is 8. So I have obtained D values. Now what is required to us? Sigma D square I need. Sigma in the sense, before that I need to calculate D square. D square is none other than whatever D value is there, you just square it. Minus 5 whole square 25, minus 3 whole square 9, minus 2 whole square 4, 0 square is 0, 1 square is 1, D is 3, so 3 square is 9. Next D is 6, 6 square is 36. Similarly 8 square is 64. Fine. Now let me calculate sigma d square. Sigma d square in the sense you have to add all these values. So sigma d square, you just add these values. 25 plus 9 plus 4 plus 0 plus 1 plus 9 plus 36 plus 64 will give us 148. Now sigma d square I have obtained. N is also there. Now what we need is sigma d divided by n. We don't have sigma d here. So sigma d in the sense I have to add all these values. So let me add. Sigma d is given by, you just look at the calculator. The way I have calculated d is minus 5 minus 3, you have to put along with the sign, minus 2 plus 0 plus 1 plus 3 plus 6 plus 8. So that will give us 8. So sigma d value is 8. Now I'll make a substitution here. Sigma d square. Remember here I have sigma d square but not sigma d whole square. Sigma d square in the sense 148. So I'll write here 148 divided by n is total number of data. How many data is given? 8. Clear? Now minus sigma d divided by n whole square. Sigma d value is 8 divided by n is 8 whole square. Fine. Now I just calculate here. 148 divided by 8 is 18.5 minus 8 by 8 is 1. 1 square is again it is 1 only. Fine. Next. So in the denominator we don't have anything. So when you subtract you will get 17.5. So square root of 17.5 is 4.183. So required sigma value is 4.183. So this is by shortcut method. I have solved the first method. It is actual mean method where we obtained sigma as 4.183. In the second method we have solved it by shortcut method. Again we have obtained 4.183. So both the solutions are same. You can make sure both the solutions are same. Clear? Now let me do it in third method. So method 3. So method 3 is step deviation. So see here, method 3 step deviation. I am going to write the same formula. So sigma is equal to square root of sigma d dash square divided by n minus sigma d dash divided by n whole square into h. Remember square root is not there for h, so you have to put a bracket there. Fine. Where d dash is given by d divided by h, and further d can be calculated by the mean, that is x minus a. Now in this case you can make use of this data. Why? Because I have calculated d with reference to a only, assumed mean only. Fine. So what is the required, what else is required for us? So let me see. And it is clearly visible. It is d dash, right? So we have d here. We have to find d dash. So how can we find d dash? If you want I can write once again. X values is 9, 11, 12, 14, 15, 17, 20, 22. So I have assumed 14 as assumed mean. Right? So what I need is d dash. Before that I need the values of d. D is equal to x minus a. A is 14, right? So I have calculated d here. Just I will copy the same. Minus 5, minus 3, minus 2, 0, 1, 3, 6, 8. I'm repeating once again, in the exam no need to write all the methods. So whatever the method you feel comfortable with, so you have to do it in only one method. If the method is specified, you have to do it in the same method. Now I have calculated d. What else is required? D dash. So d dash can be calculated by using the formula d divided by h, where h is the least common difference. I have already told you. So for that you have to calculate the difference of the x column. So 11 minus 9 is 2. Again 12 minus 11 is 1. 14 minus 12 is 2. Yeah, 15 minus 14 is 1. Again 17 minus 15 is 2. 20 minus 17 is 3. Again 20 minus 20 is 0. I'm sorry, it is 22. I made a mistake here. 22, so it is 2. Now the least common difference is, so you can note that here the least common difference is both 1 and 2. Why? Because see here 1 is, we have, while choosing the common difference you have to choose the number greater than 1. Why? Because when you're going to divide, when you're going to obtain the value of d dash, you are dividing d values with h. So you if you're going to take h as 1, you're not going to get the different value, you'll get the same value. So that is the reason I'm going to take a next common difference. It is 2. Anyhow it is repeated 4 times, so let me choose 2 as a common difference. So h value will be 2. So divide 5 divided by 2. So what you're going to get is 5 divided, let me do here negative sign as it is. 5 divided by 2 is minus 2.5. Similarly minus 3 by 2 will give us minus 1.5. Next, minus 2 by 2 is minus 1. 0 by 2 is 0. 1 by 2 is 0.5. 3 by 2 is 1.5. 6 by 2 is 3. 8 by 2 is 4. So I have obtained the values of D dash. Fine. Now what we required is D dash whole square. So you have to square the given values. D dash square, I am going to square it. Minus 2.5 whole square is 6.25. Minus 1.5 whole square is 2.25. Minus 1 whole square is plus 1. 0 square is 0. 0.5 whole square is 0.25. 1.5 whole square is 2.25. 3 square is 9. 4 square is 4 4 is 16. So D dash square I have obtained. Fine. Now what else is required? Sigma D dash square. In the sense you have to add all these values. Sigma D dash square. So once you write the formula, you can note whatever the data we have to find. So we need sigma D dash square. So you have to add all these values. So let me add 6.25 plus 2.25 plus 1 plus 0.25 plus 2.25 plus 9 plus 16. So when you add all these data, you will get 37. Fine. So I have obtained D dash square. Now what else is required? Sigma D dash I need. So sigma D dash in the sense you have to add all this column. So sigma D dash in the sense minus 2.5 plus minus 1.5 plus minus 1 plus 0.5 plus 1.5 plus 3 plus 4. So when you add all these values along with the sign, you will get 4. Fine. Now let me make a substitution here, so that when you are going to substitute, you will get sigma is equal to sigma D dash square. So what is the value of sigma D dash square? It is 37. I'll just put a square root. Square root of 37 divided by n is number of data. So count the number of data. Here n value is 8. So 37 divided by 8 minus sigma D dash square is sigma D dash I have written here. So sigma D dash is 4. Sigma D dash is 4 divided by n is 8. The whole square. Close the bracket into h. So h value is 2. Clear? Now let me simplify. 37 divided by 8, 4.625 minus 4 divided by 8, 0.5, you will get 0.5 whole square. I will just write one more step for the first problem, into 2. So when you simplify, you will get square root of 4.625 minus 0.5 whole square is 0.25 into 2. So you just subtract these two values. See here, 4.625 minus 0.25 is 4.375. Square root of the obtained value is 2.0916. Multiply it with 2. So you will get 4.1833. So required standard deviation is 4.183. So and that is what the answer in all the 3 cases. So I have solved the given ungrouped data in all the 3 methods. So in the first method also I have obtained the same, and second and third method also I have obtained the same. Only thing is formula will be changing, so you have to memorize the formula list. So this is what the mean of ungrouped data. So let me solve one more problem. So here is the second problem. Calculate the standard deviation using azimuth mean method. Now the doubt arises is that in azimuth mean method we have two methods again, shortcut method and step deviation method. As I already told you in the list, in the azimuth mean method of ungrouped data we have 2 methods. So when they asked you in such, as such, like to solve in azimuth mean method, always go by shortcut method, which is very easy compared to step deviation. So when azimuth mean method is given, you have to do either in shortcut method or in step deviation. No need to do in both the methods. So in this method, azimuth mean method, shortcut is very easy. So go through shortcut method formula. So here is a formula. So let me solve this problem. As I already told you, when a given data, you have to arrange it in a standard format, that is in ascending order. First is 3, 7, next is 8, next 22, next 32, next 60, and then 85. Now write down the formula by azimuth mean method. What is the shortcut method? I am going to use the formula shortcut method. So it is given by sigma is equal to, either you can use shortcut method or step deviation, it's up to you. Anyhow you will get same answer when you do it in any of the methods. So it is given by sigma d square by n minus sigma d divided by n whole square. So it is very easy to remember, where d is calculated using mean. When assumed mean is mentioned, assumed, the word assumed mean assume comes, so it is understood we have to assume the mean from the column X. So we are going to assume it from column X. Now what is the given data for us? X values. What we need is D value I have to calculate. So how can I calculate D? It is X minus A. So I have to assume one value. So let me assume mean as 22. So whatever the value you need in the X column you can assume. Generally we assume the middle value. It is 22. Now calculate X minus A value. X value you have here. 3 minus A is 22. 3 minus 22 minus 19. 7 minus 22 minus 15. 8 minus 22 is minus 14. 22 minus 22, 0. 32 minus 22, 10. 60 minus 22, A is 22 here. 60 minus 22 is 38. 85 minus 22 is 63. So we obtain the value of D. So what we need is D square I need. So let me calculate D square. So whatever the values you have, you just square it. You will get D square. Minus 19 whole square is 361. 15 square 225. 14 square 196. 0 square 0. 10 square 100. 38 square 1444. 63 square 3969. So I have obtained the values of D square. Now what else is required? Sigma D square. Sigma D square in the sense you have to add all these values. So let me add 361 plus 225 plus 196 plus 0 plus 100 plus 144 plus 13969. So when you add all these values you will get 6295. So sigma D square I have obtained. Next sigma D value I need. Sigma D in the sense I have to add all the D values. Minus 19. I'll show this once again. See here, minus 19, minus 15, minus 14 plus 10. 0 anyhow, so I'm going to leave. Plus 38 plus 63. So you will get 63. Sigma D is 63. What else is need? N value. N value is number of items. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So N value is 7. Now I'm going to substitute sigma square root of sigma D square is 6295 divided by N value is 7 minus sigma D is 63 divided by 7 whole square. So let me calculate this. 6295 divided by 7 is 899.28. Square root you have to put 63 divided by 7 is 9. 63 divided by 7 is 9. Whole square is 81. So what I need is 899.28 minus 81 is square root of 818.28. So I need square root of this value. Square root of that is 28.605. So required standard deviation is 28.605. So I have used the shortcut method of azimuth mean method. As I already told you, in azimuth mean method you have two cases. Either you can do it by shortcut method or you can do it by step deviation. You will get the same answer. So I have used the shortcut method. Hope so it is clear. So here is the next problem. So in this case they asked us to find the standard deviation, but we have to use the actual mean method. Fine. So let me write the x values. So anyhow it is given in the order. So 240, 245, 251, 255, 260, 263, 272, 277, 288, 290. So x values are given to us. We need to use actual mean method. Let me write the formula. Actual mean method, standard deviation is actual mean method. Standard deviation formula is given by sigma is equal to, it is just simple, sigma square root of sigma D square divided by n, where D should be calculated from x minus x bar, and x bar is given by sigma x divided by n. So first what we need to calculate is D value. So how can we calculate D? As I already told you, it is x minus x bar. So I need to calculate x bar value. Let me calculate here. X bar is none other than sigma x divided by n. Sigma x in the sense you have to add all these values. So let me add all these values. So when you add all the values of x given, so you are going to get 2641. You just add these values, you will get 2641. So sigma x value I have obtained. Anyhow, it is ungrouped data. N is the number of data given. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So n value is 10. I'll just write here n value is 10. So x bar I have obtained. So it is 264.1. So when you divide, you will get 264.1. Now let me calculate d. So anyhow, x value is here. I have to subtract it from x bar values. So first I'll just write it for one value, that is d is equal to 240 minus 264.1. So when you subtract, you will get minus 24.1. Clear? So 0.1. Similarly, 251 minus 264.1 is minus 13.1. 255 minus 264.1 minus 9.1. 260 minus 264.1 is minus 4.1. 263 minus 264.1 is minus 1.1. 272 minus 264.1 is 7.9. 277 minus 264.1 is 12.9. 288 minus 264.1, 23.9. 290 minus 264.1 is 25.9. So when you subtract, you will get all these values. So this is what the values of d is. Fine. What else we need is d square. D square in the sense you have to add all the values of d. So minus 24.1 whole square. Minus of minus whole square will be plus. So 24.1 whole square is 580.81. 580.81. Next, minus 19.1 whole square is 364.81. Minus 13.1 whole square is 171.61. Next, minus 9.1 whole square is 82.81. Next, 4.1 whole square is 16.81. Minus 1.1 whole square 1.21. Next, 7.9 whole square 62.41. 12.9 whole square. Use the calculator and simplify. You will get 166.41. 23.9 whole square is 571.21. 25.9 whole square is 670.81. So I have obtained d square value by squaring all the values of d. So what else is needed? Sigma d square, in the sense I have to add all these values. So let me add sigma d square. So I am going to add all these values. Use the calculator and add all the values in d square. So you add all these values, you will get 2688.9. Clear? So 2688.9. When you are going to add all these values, you will get sigma d square. Now substitute. Sigma is equal to sigma d square is 2688.9 divided by 10. So you will get square root of 268.89. So when you are going to take square root of this, you will get 16.3978. So this is the required standard deviation. So here actual mean method we have to use. Why? Because it is given in the problem itself. Hope so it is clear. So let me solve one more problem in ungrouped data. It is given that we have to find actual mean of the given data, and the thing is you have to arrange the given data in order. So let me arrange the given data. First number is 31, next is 37, next is 43, and next is 42. And now you have to make sure that since 48 is given twice, so you have to write it twice. Remember, whatever may be the data, you have to write as it is. Fine. So 48, again 57, 59, 60, 65, 78. So x values is given. We have to use actual mean method. So write down the formula. What is the formula? Sigma is equal to square root of sigma d square by n. Anyhow, I have done all the methods for the first problem. Please go through that. So it is x minus x bar. So we need to calculate x bar. It is given by sigma x by n. So n is number of data given. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So n value is 10. So sigma x, in the sense I have to add all these values. So let me add all these values. When you add all these values, you will get 526. Use the calculator and add all these, you will get 526. So x bar will be 526 divided by n is number of data. So you will get x bar as 52.6. Now we can calculate d value easily. Why? Because in the formula you can note that we have d square. To find d square we need d. So let me calculate d. It is given by x minus x bar. So 31 minus x bar value I'll just write here 52.6. So 31 minus 52.6 is minus 21.6. Next 37 minus 52.6 is minus 15.6. 43 minus 52.6 minus 9.6. 48 minus 52.6 minus 4.6. Again 48 I have, so minus 4.6. Again 57 minus 52.6 is plus 4.4. 59 minus 52.6 6.4. 60 minus 52.6 7.4. 65 minus 52.6 12.4. 78 minus 52.6 25.4. So d value I have obtained. Now what we required is d square. So let me calculate d square. D square in the sense whatever I have d, you have to square the values. So let me square 21.6 whole square. Minus whole square will be plus. So I'll just show you here. Minus into minus will be plus only. See here, minus 21.6 whole cap 2 will give us, you just put the bracket, minus 21.6 whole cap 2. So you will get positive only. So 466.56. Again minus 15.6 whole square 243.36 minus 9.6 whole square 92.16 minus 4.6 whole square 21.16. Again the same 21.16. 4.4 whole square 19.36. 6.4 whole square 40.96. 7.4 whole square 54.76. 12.4 whole square 153.72. Next 25.4 whole square 645.16. So I have obtained d square value. Now what else is required? D sigma d square. So I have to add all the values of d square. So I am going to add, use the calculator and add all these values. You will get 1758.3. 1758.36 you will get. So use calculator and add all these values, you will get sigma d square value. Now let me substitute. Sigma is equal to square root of 17, sigma d square is 1758.36 divided by n is total number of items, it is 10. Fine. So let me divide, you will get 175.836. So square root of 175.836 is 13.2603. So sigma value is 13.2603. So this is the required standard deviation of ungrouped data where only x values are given. So in the next session let me do it for discrete and continuous series. Thank you. Continue in the next session. Hope so it is clear. Further if you have any queries you can free to ask me.